to achieve things, to go through a bunch of relationships and everything, to ultimately realize that they are the only ones and find themselves here and now, not somewhere sometime, with someone for some reason, but in the only thing they did and will have, the here and now, this very moment, just like I'm here, and everything is here, and this is all there is. And a person begins to see it, but they start to distinguish what changes from what is unchanging. And then they start to realize that everything that changes begins in the unchanging. And there is a disidentification with everything that changes. So you see there's a screen, and in this screen there's a body. Forms, objects, other bodies. And they see that they exist by themselves. They cannot control it. That is a deep understanding. And there is disidentification with all this. And also the identification, naturally, with the unchanged. And that's it. And then you let the moment happen by itself. That's it. All desires are you. In any experience, there is nothing separable from you. Before this, you wanted to be something specific, to have a certain amount of money, and all these other different things. All of this still limited you. All of this is infinitely small compared to what you have always been yourself. Therefore, all of this is not able to fill this emptiness. And so, you want more, 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 more. And it still cannot fill the emptiness, because what you are is infinitely greater. But the mind cannot realize this and says, I don't understand. Of course it doesn't. No chance it will. Because it does not need understanding. The mind is just one of the phenomena. There's such abundance that one of them is this. So why not let it be? The mind and the hands, billions of people, animals, different kinds of fruits, I don't know. There's a bunch, and all of this, the planet, billions of other planets moreover, this universe in its entirety disappears completely as soon as you go to sleep. And that's all. It's not there. See, right now it seems real. But you go to sleep and it all disappears from reality. It's real for the one who sees, the one who has forgotten their true nature. And from nowhere a dream arises. Well, you think it's a dream when you're awake here, and there you think that you are the reality. You do not think it's a dream. Everything is real for you there, and there is also some world. Something happens, you can fly, run, do whatever. You do different things and they are all just as real. And these worlds are infinite, and you are that consciousness from which all this consists, which is shedding light on all of this at this very moment, and all of it is within you. Can you imagine all this is coming out of you now? And it is all you, and nothing is separable from you. Wherever you look, you are everywhere. But you are so focused on your own thoughts all the time that you do not see that all of this is also you. All of this is your body. So you are trying to achieve yourself, and that's why you suffer. It's very funny. Just because you don't know yourself, you've forgotten. And you do not know yourself and have forgotten yourself because since birth, you were told who you are. And you did not pay attention to who you are yourself. You believed the information that was told to you. You see everyone do this, and you were told so. And so you decided, I am Ivan. I am Maria. Then you were told to do something and you just started doing it. You just paid attention to some information and think this is you. And this information is one of infinite parts of you. So in the coming years of your life, you'll pay attention to something else and also consider it part of yourself. Can you comprehend this right now? You are now what you have managed to pay attention to, and what you haven't yet managed to. Everything else, all that exists, all you will pay attention to and know. There is nothing in this world that you have paid your attention to and have not come to know. depending on the things you choose to pay your attention to. And also considering how long you are holding it for and with what intention. You're going to know it one way or another. And everything you pay attention to, you will know. Everything you know. Everything you identify with. What is it? It's only what you've paid attention to and decided that is you. You say, I'm a psychologist, an energy practitioner, a yogi. I am someone else. I am God, and a bunch of these names. But you exist before it all, during and after. But you identify your whole being with this short interval of information you paid attention to, completely forgetting that actually you are infinitely more than that. And this short interval of however old you are, 40, 30, 20, is one of infinite parts of you. This small amount of information. It exists only because you do. You paid attention to it, knew it, and think that it's you. And in the coming years you'll pay attention to something else. You'll recognize it and think of it as yourself. And so everything you pay attention to, you recognize and consider this yourself. But the reality is that it does not become you. In reality, no one actually achieves anything ever. In reality, you only realize that something has been part of you as well. So no one ever achieves anything. Because whatever it is you achieve has already been part of you anyway. And by paying attention, you only realize that this is you as well. And all you need is sincerity. Sincerity is honesty. Honesty is not deceiving oneself. It's to sit down. It is to leave all these meaningless tasks for a moment. Just for a moment. Yes, work is great, of course, and so are all these people. It's all great. But who are you? Spend a little bit of time to find out more. Read the manual, so to say. And this manual is none other than yourself. No need to read it from someone else, or hear from someone. You are the only user manual that exists, the only true one. All else is fairy tales, road signs. Why do I say that all else is fairy tales or road signs? Let me explain. Try to understand this deeply. All of humanity cannot convey to you the taste of the food you ate today. No one who did, does, or ever will live. No one among the existing people on the planet is able to convey to you, with any of the words, the taste of the food you ate today. Can you comprehend this thought? But when you took a bite of the food, the taste knew itself directly. And, it turns out, it never needed all the words of humanity. Moreover, the taste existed long before the words of humanity even appeared, and the words of humanity are nothing more than an attempt to explain this phenomenon, to point out this phenomenon, to package this phenomenon into something, and you can see this sequence yourselves. And for this, don't trust my word. You can see all of this yourself from wherever in the world you're sitting right now. You can see that it is not the color white. People call it white color, some other, and so on and so forth. But if you had never seen the color white in your life before, and all of humanity was trying to somehow tell you about it, it still would in no way compare to the moment you first saw this color yourself. And it would already know itself then. This applies to everything regarding experience when you see or hear. Imagine someone told you about a song. What is your favorite song? All of humanity can tell you about it, about what this song is like. But it still will not compare to the way you will know it when you hear it actually playing. It will be different. The direct experience, and it won't need any explanations or anything like that. They can describe it smartly, beautifully, roughly, or however they want. These are just labels. Yes, they can try really hard and all that, but that's not it. So the things that are you, no one is able to describe to you. It's impossible to describe you. You're indescribable, limitless. It really is so, it's just that you don't know it yet because you simply haven't paid any attention to yourself. Since birth, you have been anywhere else, immersed in anything. You watch how others live, what goals they have, who does what, where it's trendy to work, where it's not, what others think of you, like someone here wrote. A bunch of all this kind of junk. Do you see that this is just information that you paid attention to? You grew up. You first were a child who didn't even care where to relieve yourself. You could do it literally anywhere you felt like it. But you were shaped a certain way. You simply didn't choose where to appear as a body, but you appeared and you were given a name. Then people around you began to teach you. Society imposed on you how you should behave properly. It has, I don't know, formed a bunch of guilt in you. A bunch of all this madness, and you just lay there not even choosing this. Someone was just saying stuff around you, and it was entering you non-stop. You just paid attention to it unconsciously. Attention is not only what is seen. Even with your eyes closed, you can sit and hear all those sounds and so on. They will just pass through you. It works through vibrations. And you identified yourself with it. You identified yourself with them because your attention was constantly on all these things. On what someone says, where someone goes, what someone does. But you never paid it to yourself. Because of this, you can manifest as deficient or as constantly suffering. Inside of you there's a bunch of guilt, or these endless desires again, or this urge to be liked by everyone. All of this junk. It's in you only because you don't know yourself. As soon as you understand who you are, you will find it so funny. I cannot know for you who you are. You have to do this for yourself, through direct experience. But the problem is, you are so used to gathering information, constantly doubting it, constantly directing your attention away. So accelerated that you just can't be with yourself for a bit. Moreover, you're so closely attached to this form of how you've been living. And you think that's how it should be. You know everything, so everything is right, and all that. And when you see the truth, even for a millimeter, even for a moment, you just continue to live as you lived, and cannot accept, and start living in the new way you unsaw. So yeah, all of these manifestations are there only because you paid attention to them, and began to behave that way. Too much attention has been given to all of this. All the information that was shoved into you since childhood. So it has basically formed all your behaviors, your knowledge of what is big, small, what seems to you to be a lot of money, and what is little money, what's good and what's bad. For me, there's no difference. When money comes and goes, it's the same thing. Just like, put the water here and remove it. And how do you feel when money comes to you and leaves you? Think about that. There is no difference in how much there are. Your experience has shaped all this knowledge, created these differences. All of this is your perception. And now it's shaping your world and yourself. You perceive your own self, and the space around you. The space around you is what you perceive it to be, and yourself too. The question is whether